Chris, well, I think everyone probably knows you better than me, to be honest with you, but why don't you introduce the video?
Sure, yeah. So I'm Leak Teddy or CHR Eustace, depending on how long you've been on Discord. But in terms of what I am to this event, I essentially was the person who got in contact with the London Grand Tournament, and I've managed to been fortunate enough to loop in the guys with NRG and Stats to help run it. I put together a few tournaments in the past, and I'm uh, predominantly a player. I'd rather play than organise, but if there's a gap, which I think there really is here for the game to grow and to do something exciting, then I'm more than happy to sort of step in and help do that. So this event, which we are going to be talking about in a bit, is essentially sort of like the perfect event that I would love to attend. So it's pretty cool. I'm really excited about it. I think I'm especially excited about it after the year we've all had. I think it's going to be the first big A Song of Ice and Fire event in the UK,
Yeah.
and it's going to just be a great opportunity to get everyone's put faces to their names, as Wiggiesville Kingdom has just pointed out. It's the first time
Yeah.
he's ever seen my face. So yeah, awesome. So yeah,
I think you've definitely hit your head on the nail there. Like, it's the vision of, or our collective vision is definitely the kind of tournament that people would, like we would want to go to as gamers, not just competitive gamers, but gamers in general, isn't it? I suppose I'll introduce myself. If you've on the channel, you probably know who I am, but I'm Daryl. I'm the captain of the good ship Northern Realms. I've been a streamer in Song of Ice and Fire for, I don't know, a year and a half, something now. But yes, in Northern Realms is just a mixed media entertainment group for games, but probably like 90% Song of Ice and Fire. And Song of Ice and Fire stats, we don't have somebody from Song of Ice and Fire stats here today because we want to keep it nice and brief. But they are, or Carlo runs a website which is used by the vast majority of the players who play the game currently, especially on TTS. And he's involved in running tournaments, collating information, all sorts of cool things like that. And it's a really good website to check out. So it's ASOIAF-stats.com. Check it out. It's definitely worth going. So what was the first thing on the agenda, Chris? What did we want to mention first?
so I'm briefly going to run through like what this show is. So this show is going to be like an irregular show. So we're not going to have like a set schedule where we're going to talk about things. We're going to talk about things relating to the event. We're going to be talking about any prep work we've done, any cool announcements we've got to make, just anything we can do to make people's lives easier. So that's what this show is going to be about. And this first show specifically is going to be like basically an introduction to the event. What the hell is it? What are we trying to achieve? And we've also got a couple of cool announcements we want to make at the end, which is really exciting. And I think it's going to be something which helps the event grow. So for everyone who doesn't know, we are going to be running a Song of Ice and Fire GT at the London GT, which isn't complicated at all. But basically, what that means is the London GT is like a big multi-gaming wargaming event. You can go there and play Warhammer 40,000 or a Song of Ice and Fire if your mum dropped you on your head when you were a kid. Horus Heresy will be there, Bolt Action will be there. There'll be tons and tons of stuff
There's
there.
everything. There's literally everything, isn't it?
Yeah, there's every war game of any note. And to be honest, the Song of Ice and Fire will probably be the smallest war game there. It will definitely be the youngest. So so we're really excited to introduce it and for it to be there for the first time. But for it to be a success, we kind of need it to be need your guys' help. We need you to be, want to attend. So the event itself, there's obviously the core component of it is there's a competitive A Song of Ice and Fire tournament in the middle of all this. We're going to be using the 2-list format at 40 points. We're going to be playing on 4x4 gaming mats, and we'll be using the Swiss system. So if you win your first game, your next game will be against someone who's also won. If you lose your next game, same thing will happen. You'll play someone who's won one, lost one. So you should, all the way through the tournament, be playing people of equal skill. You won't turn up and get smashed, hopefully not get smashed 5 times in a row. But that will, of course, happen to one player. But the idea is you have a good time at the event. And all that's surrounding that is to say it's going to be a multi-system event. There's a bar there, so this isn't like a stuffy thing with nerds in a hall comparing their model train sets. It's going to be a good laugh, good crack. And yeah, we're just excited to get as many people down as possible. And that's what the event is. I think. What are your? Have you been to any live A Song of Ice and Fire events, Daryl?
Yes, so we ran a small, I think there was like 10 people or 12 people there at Durham Wargamers before. Unfortunately, it's closed now, but it's actually how we got to know the lads from Stats. They were part of a group just not far from us, and we ran a tournament there because they had the capacity, the space, and we trialed the first ever Song of Ice and Fire Stats tournament there as well, which was pretty cool. So yeah, I've been to lots of I've played loads of different game systems competitively. And you're right, I think there's a lot of times where I've been in like like church halls or like somewhere where there's like a stage with some like old red curtains, and like everyone gets their packed lunches out and their sort of their flasks of tea and stuff. And it's sort of it's fine, it's decent, but I think like we're talking about the event itself is going to be much more sort of socially orientated, as well as just being about playing a game, coming in and playing like however many games of whatever game. So yeah, I'm mega excited about that. I'm always excited when there's a bar, to be honest with you. But yeah, that's it's definitely going to be exciting for me.
No, definitely, I totally agree. So the idea of the event is to essentially be a social celebration of A Song of Ice and Fire. I think a lot of people have met people over Discord they wouldn't have normally got a chance to speak to. And it's going to be a great opportunity for you to come together. I think the fact there's a bar, the fact that we're going to be looking at as many ways to reward and give people prizes as possible. So, best in faction will probably be a thing. We'll definitely be doing best painted army. So we'll be doing as much as possible to celebrate the hobby side of things, the gaming side of things, and just get everyone together, have a drink. And there's even options for sort of on location accommodation. So chances of there being a Song of Ice and Fire after parties and us going hazing all the 40k nerds could be a thing. But I'm genuinely super, super excited about it. I think it's going to be a great celebration of the community. If you just love playing and painting, one of my favourite things at events is always getting together and looking at people's models. And the next, and of course there'll be that core competitive element as well. So for people that just want to throw down. So yeah, that's the event. I don't think I could sell it any harder. For me personally, this is like the ideal event. Like if I wasn't running it, I would have been the first person to buy a ticket.
Yeah, man. There's
Absolutely
definitely something for everyone, isn't there? There's definitely going to be that hobby element. There's definitely going to be that competitive element. There's definitely going to be that social element, like almost like going to like a convention sort of thing. Like I don't know if anyone's ever been to like UK Games Expos, but it's like there's going to be people there playing other systems. There's going to be just people like you're going to be able to like look at other tables. You're going to be able to look at other game systems if you want to. You're going to be able to meet people that have played this game from all over the country, or potentially people from Europe, Scotland. I know that's, but,
I think they're technically still locked on. Yeah,
yeah, man. But so we're looking at the. I think celebration's a really good term for it, because actually everyone's going to be dying to have something like this as well. Like we're coming towards, if everything goes to plan, and I'm pretty sure it will. The vaccination sort of system's running really well. We're going to be able to finally do the thing that we really love, and that's like get together with other like-minded people and play some games, roll some dice, take the piss out of each other. There's going to be loads of smack talk. There's going to be loads of like friendly rivalry. There'll be teams playing against other teams, that kind of stuff. Scott, you will lose to dragons on every opportunity. In fact, I beat your dragons, if you don't remember. But just replying
who knows what dragons look like, right?
Yeah, exactly.
We will, of course, be using the new rule set.
Cool.
But I think just to summarise, like this is an opportunity to spend time with people in your nerd tribe that you haven't had a chance to do over the last year and a half. It's going to be a great celebration of the game. There's going to be a solid competitive element, obviously, in the middle, but we'll also be celebrating all aspects of the hobby, and there will be a bar and everything that entails. So, it'll be a big social event. It will be awesome. I can almost guarantee it. So if I wasn't organising it, I would buy a ticket. Um, yeah, and that's all I can really say. I think what we'll do quickly now is this, as I say, this episode is really just an introduction and an opportunity for us to make our big announcements.
Hmm.
I think we'll kind of tease what the next episode will be on. So, as I mentioned previously before, um, you can obviously book hotels, get Airbnbs or whatever you want to do for this event, but there's actually also on-site like luxury camping options or glamping. I know Scadman, who's in the chat, has already booked or put a deposit down for
Yeah, well
his
done, Kieran.
heated cabin thing, which does sound pretty cool. So I'm actually going to be looking into that, and I think we'll probably do an episode on like the options available and like what you can get. So I know they have like electricity and heating and water and all that stuff that you could possibly want. But I think it would be a good crack if people wanted to get together
Hmm. Hmm.
afterwards, and maybe Daryl bring some of his homebrew beers. I think it would
So
be pretty awesome.
that's the plan. I'm going into industrial brewing mode, and I'll probably take 2/3 of my boot space up with beer. But it's one of the things I like doing, man. I like making it, I like sharing it, so all good.
Awesome.
So
Cool.
I suppose with that in mind, we've done with part 2. We've done with what the series is about, and a little bit about the GTA. So I suppose we've got some big news, and with you being well, you're not first time on stream because you've came and did some streaming with me before. But why don't you tell us about the people that we've been in contact with, and maybe who's going to be working with for the GT?
Sure. So we've got 2 announcements to make. The first one is we've just got confirmation today that Simon are going to be supporting us with the event. So this is like an official Simon event. We've got some very early preliminary stuff in the works with them, which is really, really cool. And obviously, the more people that sign up, the more invested they're going to be in the event and the more they'll add to it. So that's the first really cool thing. The second awesome thing is that everyone who buys a ticket for the event in March will be entered into a prize draw to win a Greyjoy starter set provided by Simon. So yeah, it's pretty big news. If you put down your £40 for your ticket, you've obviously got your ticket, but you're then entered into a prize draw to win a box that normally sells for 80-90 quid or whatever the starter sets go for nowadays. So yeah, that's pretty cool. One of the reasons we're doing this is because although there is a lot of space at the venue, and we have been allocated a lot of tables early on, even though we're effectively the smallest game there. As events sell out, as your big games like Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar all sell out, space will get restricted to other events. So we obviously want to get everyone who's interested down as early as possible to buy a ticket, and we hope this acts as an incentive. If you've already bought your ticket for March, which you would have done because we were only selling them in March, you're automatically entered into this draw. So don't think you have to go and do something mad like refund your ticket and rebuy it or something like that. There will be some T's and C's, but I'll pop it on all the stuff afterwards, so you'll be able to see it afterwards. But yeah, essentially it'll be a really cool event. Simon are backing it. We're not a bunch of cowboys. We're not going to run off with your money. We're not Dale boys down the car boot. We've got an awesome prize draw. I mean, it's like £80-90 worth of product for buying a £40 ticket, which you're going to get £40 worth of use out of anyway.
Definitely.
We're not going to be selling thousands of tickets, so anyone who buys a ticket is going to have a pretty decent chance of winning that starter set. And yeah, that's kind of it. So look out for our next irregular episode where we'll probably talk about glamping, which I'm actually quite excited about because I think my initial thought was just to get a hotel, but I think it's going to be a good crack to.
Yeah, I'm pretty sold on that idea. Like, yeah,
Well,
on the glamping, so we did look at some other stuff which we'll probably talk about next time. But yeah, the more I think about it, I mean, it's pretty. Plus, it means I don't have to share with anyone. It's always good.
Right, so it's a 5-minute walk. Well, they describe it as a 5-minute crawl. So if you're absolutely smashed out from the night before, it will be awesome. Yeah. So I think that's it. I think key takeaways is this is going to be a great event. It's going to be an opportunity to get the whole community together. There's of course going to be a very core competitive aspect to it, but we're using Swiss pairings, so you won't just get smashed 5 times in a row. there's going to be a great social aspect to it because of the bar and the fact you're encouraged to have a good time. There's it's COVID secure. The venue is going to be spread out. The event is protected if it has to cancel through COVID for any means. So tickets either get pushed back or offered refunds on request. It's just a great event, and I really hope that people sign up for it and want to be part of it
Yeah,
because
man. I'm mega excited.
I wanna be there and chat to everyone and have a good time. So yeah, I think that's kind of it. Thank you for everyone.
You're just hoping that
yeah,
we're getting odd amount of tickets, aren't you? So you're like, oh damn, I'm gonna have to play. I'm sorry, there's odd tickets. I'm gonna have to play.
yeah, I might just kick someone out, but we'll see. No, we'll see.
Right.
But yeah, if anyone's got any questions or anything that they think would be a good topic for one of these episodes, just put it in the chat or join us on Discord. I'm just going to put a link to the Discord in the Twitch chat now. So if you're not on the Discord, please do come and say hello and consider buying a ticket because we would love to have you.
Yep. So make sure you follow, join the Discord for more information. Make sure you follow the Northern Realms Gaming Facebook and the Song of Ice and Fire Stats Facebook. You'll see more stuff about it on there. You'll get, and if you follow her on Twitch, which is just Northern Realms Gaming, you will. So this is for the YouTube people, I suppose, that are looking afterwards. You'll get the notifications about when we're going live with more information about this. I'll make sure that I try and get everything uploaded to YouTube as soon as possible for the folks that maybe aren't able to catch you live. And by all means, if you have any questions about the event, the games that we're going to be running, any concerns or anything like that, just let me know, man. Like, we're all really invested in it, so there'll be someone there to answer you as soon as humanly possible. And well, I suppose we'll just quickly reply to Scadman. Early predictions for which faction will win. Just whichever one I'm playing with. No, I'm not playing.
Everyone, you're playing from the spectator seats.
Yeah, I'm not playing. Yeah.
Not free folk. That seems quite possible.
Yes, yeah.
What we said, yeah. But
totally. Right.
Who knows?
Well, let's call it there. We wanted to keep this brief. It's been 23 minutes and 11 seconds, and that includes the time where I thought I was muted, but I wasn't. So that's all good. We've stuck to a time limit. We'll see you all guys later. And yeah, stay tuned.
Cheers. Thanks, everyone.